So yes, currently the maritime law has been set into effect years and years, decades and decades ago. You see, that allows, and this is going to make sense, it allows for us, the corporation, the citizen, to be guilty until proven innocent. Oh, it's Doc Jones. Thank you for holding on. We're going to look at some more mini-series of Mr. Jordan Maxwell with 6+ decades of research. So we'll take a look. He's got some clues. He's got some more information. We'll take a look as this continued lawlessness that abounds and continues forward. But we have to get to the understanding to start to understand why certain current events are happening, continuing to occur and happen here. So we'll take a look as the controllers here, they give us this calendar and they just say, this is what it is, April the 24th, and they say it's 2021. So, we'll go that to just verify this current reality that we find ourselves in. So we're going to look. He's going to talk about the sovereignty, when it was taken away, the upcoming, new world order that he has seen coming long before any of us had any clue what even NWO even stood for. So we're going to continue to take a look at these corporations, and we're going to continue to try to understand that we have the Roman Empire, the Vatican in Rome, the current Roman Empire, the new Roman Empire of America. You see, they are in this current situation on a industrial size scale. It's all organized, it's all financed, and it's all directed. You see, once you understand simple words like that, organized, financed, and directed, then anything that you are currently viewing, watching, you will begin to realize that there's a lot of fakery out there that if you don't have the understanding, you will be lost. So again, this is Doc Jones. Thank you for holding on. I will come back at you with some more.
So what you need to understand is this is not a nation of laws, it's a nation of lawlessness. And somewhere along the line, we're going to be dealt with by that universal God force because of what we have allowed to happen in our country. Now, in relation to the subject today, which is the occult world of commerce, let me give you a couple of examples of I think where you need to start thinking. The only time that has ever come into existence was the founding of this country, where it was understood that we were sovereigns and we owned our bodies, and consequently, since 1868, we're now on the International Maritime Admiralty Law. Think about this. When cowboys in Indian movies, when the cowboys would ride into town, they'd get off the horse, they were wearing guns. How come they could walk into a bar carrying guns? And if two guys got in an argument, they could go out on the street and draw on each other in front of the sheriff's office, and the sheriff would do nothing. How come? How come that men could go out in the street and shoot each other in front of everyone and had nothing be done about it? The reason why is because before 1868, all Americans were considered sovereigns. And that's one of the nice things about being a sovereign, is you have the right to be yourself. And consequently, you need to understand that in one last point I'm going to make before I introduce your speaker, that in 1868, there was a corporation founded. Anyone can incorporate a company. Well, in 1868, there was a company incorporated. And in that particular company, the founders of that company they referred to it as the United States Corporation. And they stipulated that anybody who would be a member of that corporation or work for that corporation would be called not an employee, but a citizen. So today, if you are asked, are you a citizen of the United States, what you think you're being asked is, are you lawfully in this country to do business? That's not lawfully what's being asked. They didn't ask you if you were in America lawfully. They asked you a specific question. Are you, of your own volition, out of your own mouth, testifying that you are a citizen of the United States? Because in that way, citizen of the United States means you are an employee of a foreign corporation operating on international maritime law. So today, the President of the United States is the President of a privately owned company. The company is called United States. And the word president is always a word that is used in corporate law. Banks have presidents. All companies have presidents. So there's a corporation called United States, privately owned, and it has a president. President Bush is not the president of America. President Bush is the president of a privately owned company. Privately owned, out of England. And you need to understand words and terms. Because I believe that there is a divine presence in the universe that men call God, and one day that divine presence is going to move on the earth. Something serious is about to happen on the face of the earth. And I am totally convinced there is a new world order coming. I'm just scared to death that the people that are on this earth have no idea in the world what any of this means, and they're going to be sitting ducks. But many will look with their eyes and not see, and listen with their ears and not hear, and with the heart not get the sense of what I'm saying here. Another example is if you owned a 2-story building and you were going to put a lot of weight on the second floor. If you were smart, you would go downstairs first with the structural engineer, get on a ladder, and go up through the ceiling tiles and examine the floor that you're going to put that weight on to see if the floor is going to hold that kind of weight. So what you're doing is you are standing under the foundation you're going to build on. You're standing under to get understanding. Because that's where the word understand comes from. To stand under the foundation that you're building on.